Who's that person waiting at the cliff? And what happened in my past? Maybe I'll find my past in this village. Mother 3. Keats better get a cloak too. He's gonna get a... Oh. We met at the cliff. I'm Keats. I work for a magazine. I'm Ellen. That woman was not your mother after all. Fortunate news, despite misfortunate circumstances. Did you know that woman? She phoned me for help, but I don't know why. A letter asked me here. Perhaps it was hers. The woman's daughter might know the truth. She lives nearby. Her name is Suzette. Thank you. I will pay her a visit. This is all so dizzying. It's likely that the woman was murdered. This is a small, close-knit village. Outsiders will be the prime suspects. You mean us? You're the only other person on the cliff. Whatever do you mean? Nothing. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. I only wanted to know about my past. Let's hope your past doesn't reveal anything unseemly. Evil laughter. Suzette, the real daughter of the woman who died at the cliff. She's in this village. What can she be like? I'd like to ask her some questions. I'm O'Connell, a scholar. I'm here for research purposes. Modern man looks down on the wisdom of the ancients. We think the ancients' structures are meaningless, but we're wrong. Their henge in this village had a very specific purpose. It was for traveling to the netherworld, or put simply, communicating with the dead. Thank you for your crazy theories, O'Connell. A lot of visitors today. Keats told me about you. Saw my mum fall from the cliff. Yes, I'm so sorry. When I got there, I was too far. It was far too late. It's no surprise. How can you say such a thing? Mama. You didn't have her head on straight. I followed her here. She had it coming to see what she was going to do. Why did she ask you here? I want to know that. Did your mother mention anything about me? Not to me. 17 years ago, I was 5 years old, but I remember nothing from that time. Your mother is the only clue that I have. You have a family, a father. Father? Don't ask about my family. Uncle? I'm prying into all of her business. What's wrong with you? My mother. There were days when she was totally convinced I was my dead older brother. He'd call me by his name and forbid me from going outside, saying I'd get killed. Sometimes I'd be trapped in the house for months. Other days, she'd realize I wasn't him. And she'd start saying I killed him and beat me. What made her that way? On Samhain, 17 years ago, my father fell over the cliff and died. That same day, my mother suddenly disappeared from the village. What do you think? I imagine she must have been in shock. To leave like that without even having a funeral. Well, that's sweet, but most people would think that she pushed him over the cliff and then ran away. Some villagers said they heard yelling and screaming coming from this house, too. Why would she kill him? My guess is because maybe he was abusing my brother. That fits, don't you think? All just speculation, and now that my mother's gone, only the dead know the answers. How can you imagine that of your own parents? You would too if you had a mother like mine. Now I'm curious too, what connection could you have had to my family? Incidentally, do you have a memento of your father? Detective, eh? You might not believe it, but I need it to meet the dead. What are you, one of those mediums or something? Anyway, why don't you take this key? They say my father was holding it when he died. How do you know that, if he was pushed off the cliff? Gotta go be asking those people who be saying that stuff. Do I have to? I'm gonna press a button now. Well, offering this key at the henge allow me to meet Suzette's father in the netherworld. Going to bed for a rest till nightfall. Do I have to? Not. Why is Ellen coming back to this hut? Like, also, why does it say it's Ellen's hut? This ain't her hut. Someone just put her here. Looks like my bot, because of the whole 30-minute fiasco, isn't going to do anything. So let's start here. Do that. I will save. And I will mark. Gotta go to the hinge. Where the hinge at? Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? I'll do a little bit of exploration. Why not? The forced camera angles in, I guess, quote-unquote town, I do not like them. They're not great camera angles. You missed the lunar finale? You did. I did a second stream on Saturday. Or not Saturday, on Friday. The henge was this way. It was to the south. So that was an ending, huh? It was an ending. It was definitely an ending. Got yourself a memento, eh? So, to the netherworld again. Just make an offering of it. What will happen then? Listen very carefully and you'll hear a dead person's voice. It will give you the location of the door to the netherworld. Airplane. A place with a significance to that person while alive. On top of everything else. Well, like, endings. I mention this a lot, that I'm a journey person. I want to take him to the lighthouse. It's my dear son's final wish. Lighthouse. So I'm very much a journey type person. So the journey to me is more important than the ending. And it's not very likely that an ending of a game will spoil or hurt my overall perception of a game. And so the ending of Lunar Dragon Song really didn't do anything to the detriment of the game for me. The lighthouse. There are certainly games out there that have endings that I don't like. And, you know, sure, that plays a factor, but if I had fun for the majority or all of the game except for the ending, then, you know, it was a fun game for me. It just had a poor ending.
So it was the will of the dead that showed me the way to the netherworld.
The fairy realm again. This time you open the door to the netherworld yourself. What should I do to meet Suzette's father? Defeat the Folklore, the monster deep in the fairy realm. When someone dies with a strong emotion, their spirit is pulled into a Folklore. Defeat that Folklore, and the spirits inside should be released. Oh, I could never do anything like that. Yes, you could. But first, let's go and see the Fairy Lord to get some advice. Is he someone important? Yes, he is. He knows everything. He'll tell us where the Folklore is. I'll bet he'll give you a really warm welcome. Almost forgot, if you're going to travel the netherworld, you should take this. Wired Fairy Realm Picture Book, page 1. Picture book pages show folk weaknesses. Open the picture book from the Start menu. Item screen to view its pages. A portal has appeared at the entrance to the fairy realm. You can use the portal to recover HP, save your game, or return to Doolin Village from the Netherworld. Let's save the data. You're a bit of both, depending on the game and how you feel. At least in most games, you fight the main villain or a compelling substitute. I mean, that happened with Lunar Dragon Song. It's just, you know, look, I'll throw this out there that I have now played a couple of games where they approach the final boss in a different way, and I don't think it's a bad thing to make it so that there isn't like a super ultimate hyper mega boss fight at the very end of the game. Like you could approach it in a completely narrative focused way and I'd be okay with that. I don't mind that at all. The thing is if you're going to do that, then it needs to be, you know, meaningful and nice and stuff like that. And, you know, if you don't deliver on one and you don't deliver on the other, well, then, you know, your ending just falls flat. Say anything new? Do not. You got this game cheap ages ago, but never played it? I want to say I got this game cheap too. Sucker food. I'll look up the price here in a second. Ah, so you can kill them. Interesting. How much did I pay for this game? Folklore. I paid $60. $59.95. A lot of money, player. So, I guess I did not get this game cheap. We're just gonna move on. We need to fight all those suckers all over again. Agreed on the meaningful part? Or have some satisfaction? Yeah. Debate for the ages. Do you consider this game retro? My interpretation of what is and isn't retro, at least for the last several years, has been determined on the game's release and 20 years later. So, November 13th, 2003. Games from that point and older would be considered retro for me. But like from a like a console standpoint, I guess, I don't think I consider. I don't think I'm at the spot where I think PlayStation 3 is retro. And in the sense of the console is old, but I guess it kind of does feel that way. I'll say this guy's a sucker. What do you do? You pick up a lot of MC. Don't think this is some kind of dream. The Netherworld is very close to reality. Legends of travels to the Netherworld are based on true experiences. Most common thought process is basically non-HD plus age. You keep coining the term retro HD in your head. And PlayStation 3 is 2 generations ago now. But it is getting harder and harder to label the whole retro thing. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. It's not only is it very difficult, but like I know BGG02, for example, he labels retro or he says the definition of retro is something where you don't have the capacity to like play it again. So like we're in an age where we don't have the aux cables anymore, the red and the white cables that you plug in, like we're past that. So like that would be retro per that definition. And like I don't necessarily disagree with that. But also at the same time, old games are old games. They could be selling HDMI cables for like 60 years. And, are just because we're using HDMI cables for 60 years, does that mean that none of those games are going to be retro? I have no idea. Truthfully, I don't put much thought into it. The only reason I went with the 20 years thing is for stat tracking purposes, for like stream and review and things like that. And other than that, I don't really give it any credence or thought outside of that. The Fairy Lord has told us to share our knowledge with you. Oh, new cloaks. The cloak you're wearing now can transform itself. Depending on what form your cloak takes, you'll obtain various new abilities. Now to change the cloak, that's a secret. Just know you'll need to undergo various trials. The other day, a huge bird attacked me. I was running all around trying to escape. But what a strange bird. It couldn't even fly very well. I bet you'd know how to handle it. Is it a turkey? What never breaks, no matter how often you strike it, but might if hit by wind or thunder. Try to break it however you can, as you might find something good inside. The stronger folks have their own territories. To advance through such areas, the folks' sanction is needed. Okay. Have you found the dead one you seek yet? Perhaps you should ask the Fairy Lord for advice. Tricky because it does not feel like it with PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, but the hardware is nearly 20 years old, HD graphics and tech improved, and for a while considered games retro for stuff that's 10 plus years old for a while. You don't care that much yourself and was more curious on your thoughts and takes on the matter? I I think there is a reasonable argument for basically anything. You could say a generation ago is retro, and I think people out there could make a very good case for that. Maybe not necessarily right now, because I think people are still releasing PlayStation 4 games and stuff like that, and Xbox has their like weird console thing going on where there's like 3 different consoles and people are creating games for all of them. But it's it's an it's one of those things where it's like it's a topic that means absolutely nothing, but it's a fascinating thing to discuss. And you know, as long as people don't get crazy about it, then you know it's fun to figure out where the line gets drawn, or at least where we think it should be drawn, perhaps. This path is blocked by a barrier. Barriers can be dissolved through such methods as absorbing folk IDs. Oh, that's... Oh! Let me summon you. Like that. Fuck off. I'm out of, not enough energy. I definitely blocked that. Definitely did not see that. When IDs are green, timing absorption mode is in effect. Quickly flick the controller up at the exact moment the ID turns red. Ooh. Alright, to change the folks assigned to the palette, press L2 to open the folks change. long-ranged wind element attacks. Squall creates by wings or frontal. Attack frontal enemies. Release karma to improve MC consump and attack power. Alright, that was a questionable boss fight for me. You've acquired a karma releasing item. This item can be used to release certain folk karma. I don't know what that means. Okay, goodbye. Technology develops exponentially fast. Does that make the time span till games become retro exponentially shorter? I'm going to say I'm sure there's an argument for that. Visually, the leaps are getting smaller with each new gen. Or a universal term everyone agrees on does not exist yet. Could be that too. You know about quests. They're favors people ask you to do. Ask around at the pub. You ought to be up to performing a quest by now. Okay, thank you. Save data. Be careful, Ellen. How do you know my name? When a living person perishes in the netherworld, it's more terrifying than death. His spirit actually vanishes. Who is he? Please don't think of us as a dream or an illusion. The more people think alike, or think like that, the closer we come to disappearing into the oblivion. Probably where we're supposed to go. Find out what's over here. Where did you come from? Hmm? Mid-range non-elemental area attacks extend vines on chin to attack wide frontal area. That's all about. It doesn't cost a ton. Try using that, I guess. Oh, you came. You're not supposed to be here, you know. Who are you? Are you dead? I'm looking for people who know something about my past. What would you like to know? I don't have any memories from before the age of 5. My first memories are of when I was living in an orphanage. Or in the orphanage. Why do you think you can't remember? I don't know. The teacher at the orphanage thought maybe I'd hit my head in an accident or something. Something unpleasant must have happened to you. When something really bad happens to people, they forget it, so that they can go on. I don't care what I find out, I still want to go. I wouldn't if I were you. You won't be able to cope with it. Do you know me? Who are you? Irv. Okay, thank you, Irv. I didn't see a whatchamacallit. You don't seem like a normal dude. Did you get bodied? I'm getting bodied. Just run away. Yep, you're getting bodied. Interesting. Oops. I don't like that they remove my... Okay. I don't like that they remove my lock on whenever I attack. It's making that noise that makes me believe that I'm not doing any damage. I don't think I can escape. Oh. Never mind, I can. Oh, right, there's a dodge button. I forgot about that. Interesting. I should go grab this. Page 4. Okay, I was hoping that there would be useful information in here, and this is not what I was hoping for. Gotta find some sort of tiger creature, I guess. This guy. Oh.
Come on.
Ogma. Powerful slash element single attacks. Short range splits enemy with powerful slash. Guess we can get rid of that. Since I have a dodge. I love how unhelpful this map is. Right, now we gotta go back and get that other guy. And this guy. I don't think this is doing anything. All I did was murder you. I did not want to murder you. Alright. Works against this guy, though. Got him. I use 4 experience. And rank up. Short range, destroy element attacks. Attack differs depending on the charge level. Release karma to increase charge level. Okay. I believe this is the way that was blocked off. We'll go check it out. Oh, and something's not right. There's a rumor going around amongst the fairies. They say some other human besides you has entered the fairy realm. What? Let's hurry up and go see the fairy lord before anything strange happens. We have to find out where that folklore is. Apparently this was the correct way to go. Oh, I could go back, but I won't. Wait, Ellen, we have to talk to the Fairy Lord first, or else I'll be in trouble. Oi. The fairy realm is no longer the pleasure world it once was long ago. If you want to know what's happening, find the Fairy Lord and ask him. What would you like to ask? The folklore has appeared, so the Fairy Realm Audience Hall no longer functions properly. Folklore's powerful mystical force has affected it. But if you manage to defeat the folklore, the audience hall should return to normal. There's a knight called Boggle close to the Fairy Lord. He's the Fairy Realm's most elite. Well, recently, people remembered the land of the fairies. Now, it's all but gone from people's memories. See for yourself, oblivion has already encroached on the area ahead. The netherworld is being eroded away by oblivion. For now, the fairy realm has managed to escape harm, but will probably soon be affected. What will happen when oblivion takes over? You'll eventually make your way into the netherworld that's been eroded by oblivion. Oblivion! Fairy Lord and all denizens of the fairy realm have long awaited you. You are messenger of the cloak. With your folk mastery, you'll take the netherworld by storm. Do you know why the cloak gives the power to absorb IDs? Because it was used for transporting spirits. Ah, heiress of the cloak. How long we have awaited your arrival. Why, I only wanted to know about my past. Your wish shall be granted. Humans are weak. They purge memories of pain and suffering. But where do you think such memories end up? I'm not sure. The netherworld? Precisely. And the worst of their fears and sorrows amalgate into the most powerful types of folk, the great folklores that stand in your way. I have to fight. It will be possible with the help of the powers of the folk. Grunting noises, and your lordship. Trust in the cloak to fight with us. The folklore Cernunnos has materialized. The time has come. Go forth, young Ellen. Defeat the folklore and retrieve your lost past. May you prevail. Or die trying. Page 5. There was an intruder in the forest of the fairies. Perhaps like you, they want to defeat the folklore and examine its memories. Reports say that the intruder was wearing glasses. Glasses? I hope this isn't bad. Beware the laughing stairs. Oops. Oh. Come on, Ellen, hurry, the folklore is up ahead. Are you ready? Remember what the fairies told you about how to defeat it. Right, how to defeat it. I know exactly what you're talking about. So I guess it doesn't like, or whatchamacallit guy is a bad idea. Slicey dude is a good idea. Wind dude might be a good idea. I think. What would you like to know? Beyond here is an enormous monster called a folklore. Defeating it will not be easy. It's heavily armored, and its tentacles are lightning swift. Just chop off those tentacles, and it might be manageable, but no one's had the nerve to do it. It spews flames and poison. If only we could stuff something big in there. Interesting. The rite of Kilmolis is often performed up ahead. 15 Kilmolis leap about and pray, making offerings of treasure. Go ahead and go and have a look. Certain conditions make the folks you use stronger, such as absorbing the ID of the same folk many times. The Menimosine, Nemnimosine, I don't even know how to know, is a folk that devours the memories of the dead. If you seek the memories of the dead, touch the Nemosine. Looks like a little like an insect would in your world. A lot of dudes absorbed at once. The PlayStation 3 is thinking. Picture book details folklore weaknesses. If they are difficult to defeat, check the picture book in the item screen accessible from the start menu. Is that a good thing that I did that? Ah. I see, I see. Okay. Really? Get up. That reminds me a little bit of, I think it's Pandora's Tower? The Wii game with the chain? Just reminded of that a little bit. I think it was Pandora's Tower. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. This door. Will it lead me to Suzette's father? Where am I? Nice nap. Wow, now that's a sweetie. Care for some tea, sweetie. I heard I can meet the dead here. Darn it, I thought you'd come to see me. This room channels the memories of the dead. But this looks like the village pub. Yes, it may look that way to you, but everything you see here is self-perceived. You must have gone to a pub shortly before coming here. In fact, I did. Oh? Oh. The memory you extracted from the folklore will soon manifest as a person. His name is Reynaldo, resident of Doulin 17 years ago. Apparently his wife is named Regnine. Ready or not, here come the dead. Regine? Are you Suzette's father? Yes, that's right. Do you know me? My name's Ellen. Ellen, I don't recall. Your wife, Regine, asked me to come to the village. I'm sure she must have known me in the past. We were in the village only for a short time 17 years ago. There weren't many children in the village then either. There was Herv and one other. Herv, that boy I just bumped into. You know Herv? Herv, my beloved son. That's right. I'll never forget. He was murdered. What happened to him? That day, the lighthouse keeper Ryan came to our house and told my wife and I about the awful thing that happened at the church. Oh no, it looks like our time is finished. I wanted to tell you everything. Oh, how convenient. Oh, one thing. Please see that Suzette gets my letter. I hope she understands what I wanted to say. Wait, what happened at the church? Oh. What? Ronaldo, what happened? Surprised? That man you were talking to was a menosmine, a type of folk that feeds on memories. A bit gross, but don't be afraid. These things can show you lost memories. But how? What did you say? Ryan, impossible. I heard, little witch, bring him back. I cannot die. What did you say? Ryan, impossible. It's true. No. What did you do? What did you do to Herv? Herv, bring him back. Bring him back now. Cannot die. Suzette has yet to be born. Herv. Regine. I must leave a message. Now, need a bottle to keep it dry. A message in a bottle. 17 years and it was never delivered. Then perhaps... was that really Suzette's father? Well, it was and it wasn't, you know. Ellen, the dead are dead. It's not like they're alive in the netherworld or anything. But your memories are what make you, aren't they? And if someone else had your memories, they'd be you see? Keep opening doors to the realms and talk to all kinds of dead people. There are other realms. Yep, there are, deeper down. The fairy realm is actually quite near the human world. But you need to earn the right if you want to go deeper. Do you think I can do it? Don't worry, you already have. You defeated the Folklore. Easy, eh? You should go back to the village for now, though. Yes, I have to see Suzette. Alright, let's save and mark. I'll talk to the Fairy King real quick. If I, did the thing, maybe I'll get rewarded for the thing. The folklore grew, it picked up memories from the dead. Absorbing this folklore's ID has allowed you to see memories of these dead people. I did it. Where's my reward? Now the world is under great threat. Only a small part of the fairy realm is still safe. What can I do to help? Just as you found the door to the fairy realm, you must find and lead us to other realms. Find the mementos, precious to the dead, to communicate with them. This fits your goal of finding out about your mother as well. When I was young, I always believed that fairies really existed. I'll do whatever I can to help. Have we captured any fairies? Was that bubble guy a fairy? Doodling. That's going to the lighthouse. I need to go down to the beach to get the ball. What's up, Gato? That's also not where I need to go. Why am I in Doolin Village? Why did they... I am so confused. They probably want me to talk to the lighthouse person. This is where I thought I would pop up. I'm guessing they're going to make me talk to Suzette first, but I'm going to do this. Not really. We'll go talk to Suzette first. See what she got to say. Put him in a trance. Hey, 0-990. Did you find anything out, or find out anything? Your father was thinking about you up until he died. Oh, right. You can say whatever you want, but where's the proof? Come to the beach with me. I think your father might have left something there. No, forget it. What good's that going to do? Fine, I'll go and look by myself then. Sucker. I don't like what this PlayStation 3 is doing. It's like doing these mini spin-ups. It's like you're like revving your engine just a little bit. Now, where is it? Suzette. Stop digging up old skeletons. I don't want to know about my past. It would only make me resent my parents. No, your family didn't do anything wrong. Then what did they do? What's this? Just some old junk. Dear Regine, sorry I could not make the four of us happy. Give Suzette all the love and care you can. And to Suzette, as yet unborn, may you be happy with a loving family. The writing. All smudged. Can't read this rubbish. Your father cared for family more than anything else. Your mother lost a very special man. Why did father die? Suzette. You want to find out about your past. Yes, I understand. Deep down, I wanted to know too. Why did your mother bring me here? Mother found out all about you. One day, she laughed like a madwoman and came to this village. What was Mother thinking when she came to this village?